Okay, so all that content I was talking about before was all fifth dimensional and up, and please remember there is a celestial body in there as well. Then we densify more, and we come from the fifth dimension into the fourth dimension. And this is where the subconscious comes in, because the subconscious has got a massive important job. It has to convert everything down from the fourth into the fourth dimension so it can project into the third dimension and create us. So just so you can get a good idea, here's our golden body, Holy Spirit. It has just been put inside our spirit. Less holy, because we're getting further and further away from the creative light, source light of the Almighty I Am present. So all of a sudden it's gone from Holy Spirit into spirit. Usually if a person's spiritual, what their mind understands is that they go into the fourth dimension. If a person says, well, I'm Holy Spirit, well, what happens is that that's going further into the soul or the Holy Spirit. And if you're resonating with this and what I'm saying, you are actually universal, because everything Irani and I speak at being human is universal mind. It is not Holy Spirit and it is not spirit. It is universal because it pertains to all beings. Makes no difference what ethnicity you are, what culture you are, what status you are, while you are a human being on this planet. This is your makeup. You can believe whatever else you like. That's cool, because there'll be people out there who say, yeah, that is cool. I just want to know about me and how I'm made. So we've got the spirit and we've got the subconscious. The subconscious is made up all these mind programs. Here we go. Here's the mind programs. Works like a machine, okay? Works like a machine. And in there, we actually have all our past lives in there. They're all stuck in a fourth dimensional reality. And that's the Akashic reality, because it's records. We have the subconscious minds of this incarnation and every other incarnation we have ever had. So, you know, I can put in some past lives in here because it's getting denser and denser and denser. And now we've got records of us living on the planet in this incarnation. We actually have lifetimes in the cosmic mind. They're known as, they carry stellar karma, cosmic, stellar, okay? And before we come onto the planet, we have a certain amount of time out there densifying, because remember, we come from the light. We have to densify. Our soul is actually created in the central sun, Alcyone, which our sun actually rotates. That's why it's called the central sun, and it takes approximately 26,000 years for our sun to go around the central sun. We have all our past lives here. When you play a particular past life, it will come out and the light will shine through that lifetime, and the characteristics and the influences that you had in that lifetime will actually be projected into our third dimension. We're getting denser, subconscious ego here, the subconscious mind. So then we go into two minds. These are actually equal in size. It's just that so they can all fit into a Yelena. One's bigger than the other. Notice, interesting this, eh? We've got a magenta and cobalt blue in the soul, and we have a red and a blue in the spirit mind, fourth dimension. Same. See what red people tend to be planetary. Do not have to be, because we're all individuals, but red people tend to be planetary and blue people tend to be cosmic. depending on what you're playing, the red person is going to be emotional based, so they're into feelings. And there's a whole lot of characteristics, just like the planetary mind, that fit the the red subconscious mind. The red mind is into acceptance and love. The blue mind is into power, and it likes to make the decision and will. So the blue mind lives in our head, and the red mind actually lives in our belly or our torso. Hence, rude people tend to drink or eat a bit more than normal because they're always feeding their emotions, which is in their red mind. Woo. So we've got that now. The Caduceus has two snakes going up it. One's red, one's blue. The sword in the middle is actually white. Inside that white sheath of the sword is a gold sword, and that's where the soul comes in. Now, on top of that Caduceus, there just happens to be a magenta pink crystal ball. Boom. Funny that, eh? And these are all the different layers. We aren't even to the surface yet. We haven't even got the physicality yet. Now, in there, we've got all these filaments, all right? To hold all that together, just like the golden star holds everything together in the soul, we have an etheric mind. This is the outside layer of our ghost or spirit. Remember, we're still in the fourth dimension. Holy is in the fifth dimension and higher. Spirit is in the fourth dimension. So we have an etheric body, which actually creates the blueprint that our physical body can actually jump onto, just like an overcoat. I tend to call the physical body the earth suit because it's made of earth. And that's really interesting because there are 5 physical elements. We live here, everything's from Mother Earth, and there's 5 physical elements. The subconscious knows this. So this is another filter that we have to go through to live in the third dimension. 5 physical elements, they're on a pentagon. The top one is space, a void. There has to be a void for us to live in it. I'm unable to move from here to there without having a void to move into. So it's a biggie. Void, space is at the top of the pentagon. Then it gets denser. So the energy comes down the body, it gets denser, and the next layer down from the void is air. Unable to see air, but it's definitely there. You take it away from us, take it away from me, I'm dead. So it's a very strong element. And again, there's characteristics to do with air. Then it needs to get denser again because we're going into physicality. So that the next one from air is fire. You know, here's your fire. I can see it. I can definitely feel it, but there's no tangibility. So it goes to fire, but it's getting denser. Okay. Then from fire, we go into liquid and we go into water. Now, water is heading into physicality. We can touch it, we can feel it, we can jump in it, and if we go into it, we'll drown. So it has a certain amount of density, and there are physical beings, fish and so forth. Better remember the dolphins and the whales and the orca live in there, and the crustaceans. Getting denser again, and then we've got Earth. And that's the solid stuff. So here, mate. You know, he's made out of wood. It's earth. This is soft earth. If he is made out of metal, that's hard earth. You know, and to make metal, you get earth, mix it with fire, melt it, and you get iron or you get metal. So to get the hard earth, you actually have to mix these different elements. Now, the subconscious mind knows all about this. You know, people give the subconscious mind a hard time. We really need it. It's in charge of our operating system with all our mind programs, the subconscious mind programs, all our mindware, so we can live, and there's so much going on in here. But the point is, all this is what makes you, you. And by the time it gets to this layer, there is a massive veil between the fourth dimension and the third dimension. And we end up out here going, what the hell's going on? Why am I like this? And if you have an inquiring mind, you're going to start saying, who's that? Why is that person? Why is that person coming in there? Where did you come from? That's another where. That's another question. What are you doing here? How does this work? And that's another one. And we've got a when in there. When is this going to happen? So your inquiring mind is going to start asking all those W words and chucking the how to work out what's going on. Why am I like this? Why am I repeating patterns? I've been here before. This person here who's got something to do with the who, he or she reminds me of someone else that I lived with or had something to do with in my past. I'm repeating again. I'm living in a similar place. Where did I live before this? How come am I living here? How come my income never gets any higher than such it's capped? All these questions from the inquiring mind, if you have one, please remember, not everyone has one, and that's fine. That's their state of isness. If you have an inquiring mind, this is your state of isness. All these characteristics, levels of consciousness, veils, they all add up to our consciousness and our reality that we live in now. And it's good to know what is going on. Why am I like this? Where am I going next? Where have I come from? All these phenomenal questions. And this is what it's a pretty busy table. This is how we work. And one of the main things is we must understand that we have subconscious minds. And they are full of subconscious mind programmings from our past. The light goes through these subconscious mind programs and they shine. But remember that creative light creates anything it touches. So these are like all these different filaments of consciousness. It goes through your mind and next minute you're playing it here. You're going to be wondering why the hell this is happening or what the heck's going on. But the point is, it all comes from a subconscious mind program. Here in Being Human, we help people clear their stuff. We help people understand what's going on so they can expand their awareness and change their life from the inside out. So quickly, what we do is we help people find a pattern. Here's the subconscious pattern. And we clear it. And I'm going to tell you how we clear it. It's called the eternal clearing steps, because once you've done a clearing, it's cleared for eternity. Because the sneaky part is, we usually always know, or most of us know, yeah, I've got a pattern for that. Oh, yeah, that keeps on happening. Oh, well, I'll meditate longer, or I'll go outside and think happy thoughts more often. That does not clear the subconscious mind programs. So what we do is we teach people how to clear these. We have to use a energy higher than what created it. So what you do, you use what you have inside yourself and you clear it through your flame, all right, and it's gone. Now, I did not know all of this when I started clearing my stuff. I knew a little bit about ghosts, a little bit about spirits. It's probably about it, I did have an inquiring mind, but that's about it. So what we do here is we take out the old pattern and we copy and paste our soul where that old mind program was. So what happens is that when the subconscious mind goes, oh, you're in this kind of reality, let's go get J4, which used to be that, and you can play that mind program. This has got nothing to do with free choice. This is subconscious choice. So you can live in a third dimensional reality. So your subconscious mind is like a jukebox or a CD rack, or it goes to a program automatically in your computer and it gets the same program, J4, there it is. Now, we've changed the J4. Instead of having a karmic cause and effect mind program in there, you now have your soul in there in your fifth dimensional program. You've just given yourself an upgrade. And instead of playing what's on that old program, you play what's inside what's in that soul program. And I've just finished telling you what the heck's inside that soul program. Well, it's full of holy energy. So, and that's an accelerated reality. Whether you like the word holy or not, the point is, it's the gee whiz. It's the gold stuff. So when you put that in there, you play your golden Merkaba, your planetary consciousness, your cosmic consciousness, you're in touch with your feminine universe, and you've got the almighty I am presence inside your subconscious mind. And that's the most creative energy in our reality. That's our God self. So all of a sudden, you've just given yourself an upgrade. Your mind expansion has just gone, whoa. That's one program. We have got heaps of them. But the point is, the more clearings you do and the more flame you put into that subconscious storehouse of yours, the more illuminated your reality. And you start understanding this. And you start living your divine fingerprint or your divine snowflake. We're all different. We're all unique. Arania tells everyone, no one can be you. And she's absolutely right. You can be your perfection. Not mine, not anyone else's. You clear your patterning and put your light in there, and you're going to start manifesting your authenticity from the soul outwards. There's no deviation. There's no subconscious program deviation. That flame gives you free choice. Subconscious mind programs never give you free choice. That's why you keep repeating them. You can do whatever you like on the conscious mind. Do 10,000 press-ups. Makes no difference. Do 10,000 pull-ups. Makes no difference. Walk 10,000 miles. Makes no difference. You've got to get into your subconscious matrix and start clearing these things so you can get this energy, your solar energy, into your subconscious mind. Starts transforming from the inside out. This is the second coming. It is not coming over the hill or down the road or in a building. It's coming out of you, and this is your second coming. And you're in charge of it. If you want it to grow, that's your call. Start clearing your stuff. If you want to remain the same, that's cool. You just remain the same. All this is how we work, how you, or what makes you, you. Well, that was a bit of a blast. If you have anyone interested in this way of thinking, if you know anyone who's got an inquiring mind, who's just happened to say, do you know why this happens? Do you know, what do you think this life is all about? Share this. This will help them out. And if you belong to any groups that are interested in, what's with the holy thing, or spiritual guides or extraterrestrials, cosmic mind, how this works, past lives, they are there. If anyone wants to know about this, will help them understand that. Okay. We do help people clear their subconscious mind programs, and we do have courses, and we're here to expand the awareness of self-chosen people. We put this out there. It is not our job to make people watch this. It's our job to put it out there and for the right people to see this. So if you feel like sharing it, please go for it. And we do clear, we teach how to clear your subconscious mind patterns. And we also help you personally with one-on-one Zoom sessions to help you clear your subconscious baggage. Jump onto our website, have a look there, book an appointment. Okay. That feels really good. Have a goodie, everyone. Contemplate this. If you have any questions, write them in the comments. You know, whatever question you have, other people are going to see it and may help them as well. This is co-creation. You know, this is not me dominating you. This is just us at being human going, well, this is how we perceive it. And if it works for you, yahoo. If it does not work for you, yahoo. Have a great life, everyone. In your universal egg, your universal mind, your soul, your cosmic or planetary mind, subconscious spirit, fourth dimension, and whatever your third dimensional reality is. Cheers. Have a golden one.